It's been interesting, his speech today, which was very presidential relative to the economy, Minister Farrakhan, and the things that must be done. Although he has consistently said you only have one president at a time. Well, he spoke today like he was the president, which is fine. I'm not criticizing that. But I think that we have sort of something that is something other than a continuum here, because he doesn't seem to say anything about what is going on in Gaza. When that's mentioned, he backs off. So
I'm anxious to hear what he has to say after the 20th, because he did say he will have a lot to say.
Mm-hmm.
Our country has been behind Israel in a strange kind of way for 60 years. And even though Israel and America are tied together politically and otherwise, America has never used the tremendous leverage that she has to rein in some of the policies of Israel that make Israel hated.
Mm-hmm.
And with every bomb that falls in in Gaza, with every life that is lost in Gaza, the hatred for America builds up throughout not only the Arab and Muslim world, but throughout the entire world. And many, many Jews who are disgusted with what they see happening in Gaza are speaking out. And my hope is that when Barack Obama does speak, that he will speak with the same kind of passion for justice that his presidential or his stump speeches suggested. But he has to be exceedingly careful, because he's tied to many of those forces that have operated so powerfully in controlling America's foreign policy. And if he is to succeed, he's walking on a very tight rope. But I pray that God will guide him, that he will walk that rope well and speak with justice to this situation and help to bring about peace in that troubled area.
Does it help at all, Brother Minister, that he has raised an unbelievable amount of money, and not from people who are giving large amounts? He first time anyone's ever used the internet to the degree that he has. Lots of money from lots of people, and that gives him, more so than some of his predecessors, the ability to do things without being
absolutely
committed. Yes,
absolutely. Okay. I mean, this young man has revolutionized the way money is raised for political campaigns, and it should free him.
Right, that's my point. Yeah.
To be a more fair participant in the peace process. But there's always a certain amount of trepidation, even fear, to say something that might anger AIPAC or anger the Zionist community. And so poor Jimmy Carter, when he wrote his book and said what he said, I don't know Mr. Carter, but I believe with every fiber of his being, he is not in any way an anti-Semite. But just to be critical of Israeli policy toward the Palestinians lumped him into a category where he has been beaten upon since then. And so that if that will be done with a former president who did so much for Israel when he was in office and even since, then how did these former presidents advise Barack Obama yesterday when they met in the Oval Office. What did they say? What kind of counsel did they give him?
That'd be very interesting.